This right here is the dying bastard, the middle brother to the dead bastard and the suffering bastard. It helped win World War II and was created by a guy named Joe Scialom.
For Joe's my daddy's name, and he
possibly the greatest bartender of all time. Anyway, so Joe making all these great cocktails, and the problem with that is the next morning hurts for a lot of people that have met Joe for the first time. So Joe needs to start finding ways to cure hangovers, and he nailed one, and he called it the suffering bastard. And the reason that he nailed it so well is because it was a hangover cure for a couple of different things. Whatever you were drinking the night before, there is a bit of the hair of the dog in this. So if you were drinking wine last night, or you were drinking brandy, we do have some grapes going in here. If you were drinking beer or whiskey, we do have some whiskey going in here, and that is going to be your grain. And if you were drinking vodka, or if you were drinking gin, we're also throwing gin into this. If you believe in the hair of the dog being the thing that helps, the only thing that will help you get through a hangover is to drink the same thing you were drinking the night before, this drink's perfect. It's perfect for everybody. So let's start over here. I did notice that I have just enough of DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Kentucky Derbies, gin left in here. I'm gonna take a real guess and say that there's exactly 3/4 of an ounce in here. This is a little bit of Hennessy. Hennessy is, of course, a type of cognac. Cognac is a type of brandy. We're gonna throw that in here. We need 3/4 of an ounce of some brandy. Why not go with the Wild Turkey 101? This is a gift from our friend Paul. This whiskey will help you with your whiskey hangover, but also a beer hangover. 3/4 of an ounce of some whiskey. This is gin, this is brandy, and this is whiskey. That's an intense shot. That's something that, you know, that's more of a dare than it is a fun shot. Doesn't matter though, because what we have here is this, our lime cordial. Homemade lime cordial. If you don't have homemade lime cordial, don't worry. What you want to do instead is get some Rose's lime, or do a mixture of lime juice and sugar. That's what you need. This stuff though is more intense on the lime, so go ahead and put in 3/4 of an ounce of some lime cordial. Grab some ice. We need lots of ice in here. Give it a shake. Grab a glass. It's another spinner. People will think that you have to serve this one in a copper mug. And that is not true. Not every drink that comes with ginger beer is going to be served in a copper mug. In fact, if you want to be real with this cocktail, you're going to serve it in a flower pot. Why is that? Why exactly is that? Well, one day when Joe Scialom was at the Shepheard bar, he had a bunch of soldiers come in. They were heading towards Europe through Africa, and they came in, and all these Allied soldiers got wasted. Wasted. They got the call that next morning, boys, we're fighting Rommel, the Desert Fox. They had to put all their stuff on, and they had to run. Drunk, drunk, drunk. They had to, gotta get to the fight. Tough to do when you are hungover. They called back to Joe and they said, Joe, bro, what can you do for us? And Joe said, boys, I think I got it. So he made a bajillion suffering bastards, and he had to find a way to transport them. So he started taking plants out of pots and he started filling that stuff up, and he sent them up to the front line. The boys drank these suffering bastards. They fought that bastard Rommel, the Desert Fox, dead. The whole top of Africa, that was Rommel country, baby. That was Rommel country. These drunk and now hungover and now re-drunk soldiers, as legend goes, were the reason the Axis powers ended up losing Africa. Who says that going into bartending is a waste of time? It's not a waste of time. This dude won a freaking war. I don't know if it's a true story, but you know. That's what's so fun about what I do. Every story, one of these stories, it starts off with, so there we were drinking, having a good time, and then we defeated the Nazis. That's how that story ends, and that's freaking cool, man. Way to go, Joey Scialom. Go ahead and grab some ice. Let me just say right now, the Allied powers would not have had ice. No, no, no. They were drinking from flower pots. Every time you drink one of these, I want you to think about those boys drinking from flower pots and shooting Rommel. Do you have any patriotic music in here? No, I have this. Best I can do. You need 4 ounces of ginger beer in this guy. So go ahead and measure that out. We're pouring that in here first because, of course, we want this all to mix. Here we go. One thing we're missing, and that thing is a hangover cure in itself. Without anything else, you could just chug some of this and your hangover will be gone. This is Angostura Bitters. Now what we want to do is we want to just litter the top with this. The way that those boys littered Rommel's troops on the northern plains of Africa. So we'll go ahead and put this in. We're gonna give it like, 5 dashes. Lovely little two-tone bit. All right, we're gonna go ahead and throw one of these guys in here. And there we go. Cheers. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hungover, not anymore. I'm ready to go again. Point me towards North Africa, I'm heading in, baby. This is a spectacular cocktail. Highly recommend, if you're gonna make this, make your own lime cordial. The lime cordial basically just helps this thing not lose itself to the ginger beer, not lose itself to too much sweet. You need that sour to hang around, and citric acid is pretty good for you. So